Hi there, good evening everybody. Thanks very much for coming along to this Facebook Live. Hope you are well. What a hot day it has been today in the UK, in London. For me, I didn't step out of the house completely today. There was no way I was going to get involved with all of that. And then it decided to rain. So there we go. That's the English weather for you. But hey, have you booked your tickets for the my 6 Women in Business conference, which is taking place in Birmingham on Sunday, the 4th of August, a week on Sunday. There's going to be 18 speakers. Men are welcome to attend. It's going to be an amazing event. It's free. Just go to desoconnors.com and book your free ticket. And one of these speakers, one of the amazing speakers, a career coach, career consultant, career expert, is going to be Sarah Jones, who I'm going to be bringing on any second now. Now, this Facebook Live is dedicated to you if you are in a job or even an entrepreneur, but you want to find out, is it time to change my job? Is it time to change my career? And without anyone best to come onto this live, it would be Sarah Jones, who's going to be coming along and just giving you some tips on how to do that. So let me just bring Sarah on to straight away so we can get stuck into these questions, because I bet there's some of you that are in a position where you are in a job or a career and you don't know whether it's time to take that shift, and don't get to have be forced to change your career like me when I got made redundant many years ago. Sarah Jones, good evening, my dear. How are you?
Honestly, a bit hot, to be honest. I mean the sun. I don't mean I'm really,
I was about to say, yeah, we know you're hot, Sarah.
It's absolutely sweltering down here, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. But hey, we're here. That's why. And maybe people need to change their career and go and move to Iceland in this type.
That is it. That is it. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
But listen, we've got, I don't know, about 10 days to go. Countdown.
Yeah.
It's come around so quick, and you're one of the key speakers. You spoke at my previous Women in Business event, and that was amazing. And you're here again.
Yeah.
So everybody that's on this live doesn't know who you are. Who is the amazing, lovely Sarah Jones?
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a career coach. So basically, I help people they want to find a career that they love. Now, sometimes that can be sort of rebooting your career where you are at the moment in your organization. Maybe you've just gone a bit flat and you're being passed over for opportunities. You kind of like a lot about where you are, but you just need to reboot your career. Or sometimes it's actually about, you know what, I've been doing this kind of work for a long time, and something in me is telling me it's not right. Something's telling me this isn't what I'm meant to be doing now. So I really work with people to give them that clarity to sort of, I call it regroup, reboot and reinvent your career. So we go through everything, kind of where your career fits into your life now, what values you want from your career, what kind of things you want from your career in detail. And then we plan to sort of move forward and find what you love to do.
Fantastic. And I suppose it's a similar situation in a relationship. You get that feeling that it doesn't feel right.
Have you read my notes? Because actually, I was thinking about this today. It's really funny you've just said that. Yeah, I quite often liken it to relationships, as in, unfortunately, because of the way life is, we're working longer, living longer. Sometimes we don't always end up with the same partner that we started out with 20 years ago, because life takes us through changes. Yeah. And sometimes jobs are like that as well, because we're working longer, living longer. And it was funny, actually, because, I know tonight's subject you're going to introduce in a minute about knowing when it's time to change. And there are parallels with relationships and careers, actually, because sometimes we feel in a relationship, we've invested so much time, energy and effort, we don't want to throw it away. And we can feel that way about a company and a career.
Same way, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or you may feel like, actually, I don't want to leave my company because I really like them and I don't want to upset anyone. And that's the same for a relationship as well. Sometimes we stay in things a bit longer because it's like, don't want to upset the other person.
And
security,
and the security as well. And this by the way, everybody, if you've just come on, this isn't a relationship Facebook Live. We're talking just in case you're going to log on or log off. To be honest with you, the relationship lives I've had have been really well attended. So let's say,
Yeah.
right. So if you're single, no, I'm only joking. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I know I can totally relate to what you're saying. You get
Yeah.
that feeling. You get that feeling. You're not feeling valued. You're not feeling respected in the
Yeah.
job, and you think, oh, well, it's time to
Move
something
on.
different. Yeah, to
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. So you're speaking on Sunday, a week on Sunday.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to you providing so much value. But
Yeah.
just what those people that are on this live now, they're mostly, and it could be that you're an entrepreneur as well, because it could
Of
be that
course.
you could be an
Yeah.
entrepreneur and you want to
Yeah.
go and be employed. It could be that, or you could be employed and you want to go into the entrepreneur stage, or you
Yeah.
just want to change completely. But what are the signs, Sarah, that you
Okay.
notice?
I'm going to start off with the university of stating the obvious. Are you ready?
Go
Okay.
for it.
When somebody asks you, do you like your job? You hesitate and you think, your immediate thought is, no, I don't. So I know that sounds really, really obvious, but sometimes when I'm working with clients, we kind of kid ourselves into situations. We kind of con ourselves and say, it's all right, really, I can put up with this, until the balance tips and you can't. So there are things like just knowing your gut feeling. You know, so often in life we ignore our gut feelings, but that's based on information and insights we've gathered over the years. So that gut instinct and knowing you're not happy is key. The kind of, you know, that Sunday evening feeling of, oh my gosh, I've got to go back into work. And you literally have to drag yourself out of bed.
Literally dragging your
Yeah.
heel. Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're not motivated by the work that you're doing. You're
Some people do that going home, by the way.
Really? Oh, do you mean as in they've spent a whole day at work and feel totally drained? So they, yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
some people in the relationship side are dragging themselves going, oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can relate to that.
Is that when you just stopped off for a quick pint now and again on the way home? Anyway, back to the career stuff, which we were supposed to be talking about. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That Sunday evening dread feeling, you know, and also on a more serious note, sometimes we can make life very difficult for ourselves, and we can kid ourselves and stay in a situation until something quite drastic happens. Like you have an episode of stress. You have for example, I've known people that have had persistent pains that flared up, like a neck ache or a backache or stomach ulcers, you know, and you know, then our body really starts beating the drum to say, well, this is a warning sign. You're not happy. Something's not right. Do something about it. So on a serious note, it can get to that level where you put up and put up and put up. You know, there are certain people who, we're all different, but some people are very happy to express how they feel and they externalize it. A lot of people will internalize things and keep going and going until they get a warning sign like that. So it can be really, really stressful. And that person may not look stressed, but actually they are quite stressed. So yeah, there's lots and lots of different signs, and everybody's got their own, I don't know, sort of, it's worth, I did a video on this recently, actually. It's worth kind of knowing how you deal with stress and unhappiness, or having a look back at episodes in your life and thinking, what did I do when I was unhappy? What did I do when I was unhappy in this situation? Did I stop exercising? Was I sleeping a lot? Did I withdraw from my friends? Did I feel really anxious and stressed? It's worth knowing, kind of having an idea how you react to stress, because then you can start to notice the signs.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all have, I suppose, coping at the time mechanisms in place.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through phases where is it sneakers or Snickers? Which one is it?
I'm going to call it a
marathon.
Marathon. Let's not go there.
Everything's the same. The logo's the same. I don't know, why do they change that? That's another song. I don't know why they change it. It's like marathon. Anyway, and I go through craving for that daily, and that's when I know something's not right. But when I'm uplifted and happy and positive and things are happening, I'm working out, I'm drinking a lot more water, I feel good within myself and healthy. And everyone has their own way. Some people go to drink. I don't drink anyway, but some people hit the bottle. But yeah, I suppose you're right. Listening to how you deal with stress is a sign, because some people are stressed you must probably agree, are stressed and maybe in denial and maybe are not even aware that they're stressed because they're just going
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
coping mechanism and going through the motions, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes we can con ourselves. If you're somebody that has a lot of natural energy, and I mean, I have to watch this myself. It's like I can just keep going, 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 going. And it's, I have to stop myself to kind of go, hang on a minute, take a break. Because it's a bit like that Duracell bunny advert. It's like, and then I hit kind of a brick wall, and I can
Yeah.
I know when that's happening now. And I mean, particularly if there are people on the line, on the video who are starting up their own business, you know, or starting up a new venture. I think that's something to really watch out for, because when it's your own business, sometimes it's really difficult to switch off, because there's always, because it's, if it's just you working on the business,
And
it's
your
like,
emotion, and most
yeah,
people, I mean, I can talk from experience and speaking to other
yeah,
entrepreneurs. You, you're emotionally connected with your business. If you're emotionally
yeah,
connected with that, no one can't say anything to you. You're in love with it. If you're in love with it, you're emotionally connected. You
yeah,
eat, drink, and sleep that. Then
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the, you know, the connection there. 1 minute,
yeah,
Sarah. I'll let you carry on. I just got some people. We've got Liz.
yeah.
Hi, Liz. Thanks for coming along to the live. Wave you. Henna, Ray. Hi, Henna. Shaquille. Hi, Shaquille. He says
Hi,
evening
Shaquille.
all. He's one of
Yeah.
the speakers. Mark Lampford. Hi, Mark. He's one of the
Hi,
speakers
Mark.
as well. Shaquille said marathon. Do you want to run a marathon, Shaquille?
No, we want to eat a marathon.
Maybe. And we got Danielle B. Hebrew, I think. Hypro, I think. Something like that. So you're in that situation now where you know it's time to change. The signs are there, but how does this impact most people?
Again, lots of different ways. So, for example, I work with a lot of people where their relationships are not going very well. It's like, do you know what? I know I'm taking this out on my kids. I'm taking it out on my partner. I mean, okay, we all have the odd moment where we've maybe had a bit of a bad day, but on a consistent basis, it's starting to negatively impact relationships. You know, a lot of people can sort of do different things like overeating, not exercising, all the things we've talked about. And to me, a career is such a big part of our lives, you know, that it tips into those other areas. So it may well be, as you were saying, you kind of go off exercise, you go out a bit more, you don't sleep as well, and it does have knock-on effects, you know, same as any other area of our life. But you know, I know people that come to me, and it sometimes it is because you know, people have actually said, do you know what, I think my husband's going to leave me if I don't sort this out. You know, it's, you know, got to that situation. And sometimes we can make life really difficult for ourselves, you know, and sort of hope that things might go away, but they don't tend to if you're intrinsically unhappy with what you're doing. You know, as I said, kids, family, friends, not seeing as much as your friends, you might isolate yourself, not sleeping as well, not eating as well, not exercising, all of those things. It just has a knock-on effect in the other areas of your life.
Definitely. We got to thank you for that. We've got David Springer coming on to the live. Thanks for coming along, David. No related to Jerry. I've got my jokes tonight, and they're all coming out. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that one out. So, why do you think people resist career change? I won't be a stand-up comedian. I know that.
Don't forget to hold some jokes back for Birmingham, whatever you do. Don't use them all now. I'm not helping you out. Anyway, so what was the question?
Why do you think people resist career change?
Well, I think as human beings, I think there's a lot of fear involved in any change, whether we admit it or not. And getting in touch with that fear and stepping into it is really important. I think as human beings, a lot of us crave certainty. Some of us, and I include myself in that, I quite like change. I quite like, oh, you know, things are moving again and there's a bit of upheaval. Oh, let's see how I can solve this problem. But for a lot of us, we just want that kind of stability. We don't want to rock the boat. As I mentioned before, perhaps we feel that we've invested a lot in the company. You know, we've invested a lot in the job. We've perhaps spent a lot of time and money on our education, and we've really associated ourselves with our job description and what we do, and we can't see any other way of doing that. Perhaps it's just that fear of the unknown. Not knowing what you want to do, that is a biggie, you know, particularly I think if you've been successful in your career so far and you've always been someone who's really, really clear, and I can relate to that, where I was always really clear, always had a plan. And then it was like, do you know what? I don't know what I want, but it's not this. And that was really tough, you know, because I'd always known and worked to a plan, worked to goals, and been quite self-determined in that way. And I think just not knowing is like, well, is this it? You know, so yeah.
Good tips there. I definitely can relate to
Yeah.
that. We got Margot Sabina Oshoyal. She's from the States. Hi, Margot. I hope I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. Parmi. Hi, Parmi Mandra. Thanks a lot for coming along. Margot says evening to Shaquille. And then we've got Sandra Mackenzie. So those of you that are on this live, this is to promote. How do you know when it's time to change your job? And also to promote the up-and-coming Women in Business Conference, which is taking place a week on Sunday. That's come around so quick. I remember when it was
Scary.
8-9 weeks ago. It's here. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's at the Jury's Inn in Birmingham. It's a free all-day event. Men are welcome to attend. So if you're from the West Midlands, that area, please come along and bring everybody along. It's going to be a free all-day event. There's 18 speakers covering so many different aspects of business, starting up, career, as Sarah's going to be dealing with that, social media marketing, branding, entrepreneurship, speaking on stage, Facebook Live, so much more that you can learn from different. Every speaker is going to be providing you so much difference, and it's absolutely free. So there's no excuse why you cannot attend. So those of you that are on this live, if you can please do us a favor, share this live, and because you don't know who's going to be who would like to attend there as well. So Sarah,
Yeah.
what holds people back? What holds people back from changing their careers? I know you touched on some other things, but go a bit deeper now. What some of the real reasons?
Some of it is money and security, and that kind of part of the process that I go through, and I know a lot of other coaches work in this way as well, is getting to shift from that scarcity mindset. You know, that scarcity mindset where, you know, we can all watch the news, right? And there's a lot of bad stuff happening in the world, but there's also a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, what we see on the TV and the papers tends to be the bad stuff because it sells papers. But if you buy into that and that scarcity thinking, that can be your predominant way of thinking, rather than reframing that, saying, hang on a minute, I've got this skill, I've got that skill, I've done this, I've done that, and there are lots of opportunities out there. I mean, it's great today. I mean, we're really, really lucky in that you've got things like LinkedIn, you've got online forums where you can find jobs, you can set up your own business, you can have a part-time job and have a business as well, a portfolio career. You can work compressed hours, you can have that work-life balance and that flexibility at work. We're in a great environment for us to actually design the careers or the vocation or whatever it is we want to do. Maybe we want to work 3 days a week and have a day off volunteering. So I think getting out of that scarcity mindset is really, really important. That kind of, oh, well, I can't do this and I can't do that, but opening your mind and sort of almost saying to yourself, do you know what? I'm going to be open to discovering and going on this journey, because you know what it's like. If I was to say to you, don't think of a pink elephant, what have you just thought of?
Liverpool. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Pink elephant. Sorry, Sarah.
Should we do that one again?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you remember Ali McBeal?
Yeah. I do actually, really yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, I did think of a pink elephant. I was just being an idiot.
Thank you, Des. Anyway, or, you know, you think about, I've seen I'd like to buy a red car, right? And then during the day, you might see a red car, or you notice a word in a book and you think, I've never seen that word before. And then you see it 3 other times over the next few days. And that's because you've actually activated that part of your brain there that's starting to notice these things. And it's the same with that scarcity or abundance thinking, and whether it's career change or whatever change it is, stepping into that idea that there are opportunities. It's not just one shot at my career, 2 shots at my career, 3 shots at my career. There are lots of opportunities out there, but being really open-minded and flexible in your thinking. Once you start doing that and putting yourself in that kind of thinking environment, it's like you'll start attracting ideas. And you know, I was working with a girl recently, and she's doing she's amazing. She's going through a massive career shift, and we really dug deep into her values. What makes her tick as a person? What does she love? You know, and she said, you know what, I'm really into music, and I'm really creative, but I just feel like I look a bit individual. And she's almost apologizing for the fact that she's got purple hair. And I'm like, your purple hair's great, it's amazing, that's who you are. And she wants to express that creative side. And we started digging into it. We had a few sessions. We had a couple of half-day VIP days where we really dug deep into what makes her tick, what she enjoys, what kind of environment she needs to be in, because she's got some health concerns. So she needs a job where she can take breaks. And all of a sudden, now we're into the planning stage, she's starting noticing and applying for jobs. She went, Sarah, I've just seen this amazing role for like social media marketing and music, because she's opened her mind, you know, so.
Wow.
I think that can hold people back, you know, from any change. Yeah. Oh, wow. And it's just that fear, you know, we want that security. Sometimes we want the security. We want to know the paychecks coming in. We don't want to upset our friends and family. And you might have even spoken to your friends and family, and they've said, oh, well, no, you're doing really well. You're really successful. Don't leave your job. And your heart sinks because, you know, well, that's your view. That's not mine, you know, so... There's lots and lots of things about not letting your friends down, not letting your family down, not letting your partner down, identifying with your roles, scarcity thinking. So, you know, and that whole money and security piece can be a huge deal. But then there are more than one ways to skin a cat. You can reinvent your career in a number of different ways. You might want to do it quickly, or you might just want to do a phased approach.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you very much. Hi, Stephen. We've got Stephen Gothelf, who's on the live. He's been to quite a few of the events as well. So some amazing tips there, Sarah. So what results do people get from working with you then?
I think, and it's interesting because I was speaking to somebody about this the other day, and they said clarity. Because you remember Einstein, I love this quote from Einstein, I use it a lot, and I might not get it quite right, but he's you're right, Des.
Sorry, the water went down the wrong arm. Sorry.
Was that you sneaking in a quick bite of your marathon whilst I wasn't looking? Anyway, so Einstein, his view was it's something like you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. And I really believe in that. And that's where working with a buddy, a mentor, an objective party really, really helps, because I think what I give people is clarity, and I break things down for them. Because if you think, a lot of people have an idea of what they want, and they almost don't want to admit it. And I think I've said this before, sometimes at the end of the session, they say, well, actually, because I think they can just say it and then run out the door. They'll say, hang on a minute, Sarah. Well, do you know what? I've actually often thought of doing this. And I'm like, right, hang on a minute. That's a golden nugget. Sit down a minute. Let's have a talk. Before you go, where's that come from? Because we've been excavating things. And I think what I do with my clients is something that seems like really big and overwhelming, we break it down into different chunks, you know, and I use profiling tools. So I use disc profiling, psychometric testing. So you get a really in-depth report around what kind of environment you like to be in, where you might find conflict at work, what kind of boss you want to be, how you want to be led, what kind of team you want to be in. And it's amazing when we do those tests, and it's like, yeah, can you see why you've not been happy in your job? Because it's just not aligned to who you are as a person. There's too much that you're tolerating. So a lot of clarity, structure around something that can feel very big and overwhelming, and lots of tools, tips and techniques from my, you know, sort of qualifying as a coach many years ago, but also through my own experience of changing my career.
Wow, thanks very much. Yep, some amazing insights and tips on there. So let's have we've got Shadia Dahal. Hi, Shadia. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming along to this live. This is promoting and discussing. We've been discussing how do you know when it's time to change your job. Hi, Dorothy Broughton. Thanks for coming along to the live. We're just wrapping up, you guys. Where have you been all day in the heat, in the sun? You've been some amazing tips.
Yeah, why would you want to sit in the sun when you can watch this? I mean,
that's
come
right.
on.
Yeah, that's right. How dare you all? But this is all. If you can, this is promoting the up and coming event a week on Sunday at the Women in Business Conference. Men are welcome to attend. It's my 6th one in Birmingham, and Sarah Jones is a career consultant, career coach expert, and she's going to be one of the speakers on Sunday, one of 18, including myself, and we're going to be providing you so much value. So if you can please share this live, because it could be somebody in the West Midlands or someone in London that could share it, and they got West Midland contacts that be looking to attend this event. So Sarah, how can people get hold of you?
So yeah, you can, I think on here I'll be tagged on the video, so just feel free to connect with me on Facebook. I've got a Sarah J coaching page, or just my personal Facebook. My website is www.sarah-j.com. If you do Sarah J Coaching, Hertfordshire, Sarah Jones Coaching, you'll find me. I'm the one with short blonde hair. So yeah, that's how you can find me, and feel free to connect with me on social media. I do loads of videos myself. I'm on YouTube. Brilliant. I do Facebook Lives. I try and do one myself once a week. So there's tons of tools and techniques that you can just watch whenever you want, really.
Fantastic. And can you please put all those links in the thread in the chat as well, so people connect with you? Again, lots of value there as well. So those of you that are interested in career changing, or you want to get promoted within your career, or anything career related, Sarah Jones is the expert that you must connect with. She's the person that can help you achieve your goals in that area. Please, Sarah, put all your links in there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time again this evening. It's been an amazing interview, and I look forward to seeing you and everybody else. I know you guys who are on this live are going to be there next week in Birmingham on Sunday, the 4th of August at Jury's in Broad Street. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks a lot for everybody for coming onto the live. Thanks, Sarah. It's been amazing.
Take care.
Speak to you soon. Don't get too hot, everybody. Drink lots of water. and marathons. Don't forget the marathons.
Yeah, before they melt, quick. Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.